The Power of Self-Discipline. No Excuses by Brian Tracy. Can you hear me? It's raining heavily here. Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. All right. So today we are reviewing chapter 3 of this book, which says self-discipline and responsibility. Self-discipline and responsibility. If you are always avoiding responsibility, it points to one thing: you lack self-discipline. Because if you are disciplined, you will accept responsibility. You will know that nobody is coming to save you. Everything is absolutely on you, and then you will rise up and start doing the needful. You will stop blaming other people. J. Paul Getty says the individual who wants to reach the top in business must appreciate the might and force of habits. He must be quick to break those habits that can break him, and hasten to adopt those practices that will become the habits that help him achieve the success he desires. So accepting responsibility is one of the hardest of all disciplines, because it is easier to blame other people. It is easier to blame everybody else except us. But without self-discipline, there is no success. Success is not possible if you cannot accept responsibility for your own actions, for your inaction, for the outcome of your own life. So people who avoid responsibility have an array of excuses, endless excuses, if not for this, if not for that. The author Brian Tracy said that when he was 25 years old, he was living in a small apartment. He was a laborer at a construction site. He would wake up at 5 a.m., take 3 buses to work so that he could get to work at 8 a.m. And he was earning barely enough just to get him by, to pay his rent, to eat, and just to afford the basic things of life. Barely nothing left to save or invest. So he was working from, he was working and earning meager pay. He was just working to get by, until one night he just said to himself, he thought to himself that this is his reality. This is his life. He is not in any rehearsal. This is his own life, and he's the main character. If he doesn't change, nothing is going to change. So it was as if his brain was opened up, his mind was opened up. There was a flashlight in front of him that showed him what his current situation was. And he said no, he could not continue to do that. He realized that he was in the driver's seat of his life. And what did he do? He said to himself that he was going to take responsibility for his own life. He was going to stop doing just the minimum work required to avoid being fired at work. He was going to start stepping up. And the next day, while he was at break at work, he went to a bookshop nearby. He bought books where he could get information, ideas, books that could change his life. And he started reading. And we can see that in his life today. He has authored several books. He said he was the first person to start importing Suzuki cars into Canada. He delved into real estate without any knowledge. He started reading, and see how transformed, positively transformed, his life is today. So if you don't take responsibility, if you don't change, nothing changes. Your situation is not going to change by itself. Maybe you're also at a point in your life where you need to take some drastic actions, where you need to quit all excuses, stop blaming other people. From childhood to maturity, when we are children, we are used to people, especially our parents, doing things for us. They dictate the school we will go to, what we would eat, the clothes we will wear, who we will play with, and all of that. And as we begin to grow, if we don't shake ourselves off this dependency, we'll still be conditioned, we'll still be programmed to the fact that, some persons are responsible for your own life. But as you become mature, you begin to know that you are responsible for the outcome of your own life. Somebody said the other day that before you are 30, you can be putting the blame on your parents that, they are responsible, if not for my poor background and all of that. But the moment you are 30, You are the background. No more excuses. So as you grow older, you begin to realize that you need to take responsibility for your own life. Get over the mistakes that your parents made. Maybe they criticized you a great deal. Maybe they did not treat you well. Maybe they withheld their love. They punished you. Anytime you did something wrong, they were overly critical towards you. And because of that, you are carrying the hurt of the past. You need to get over the past. You need to get over the mistakes of your parents. You need to start being responsible for your own life. The fatal fallacy that happens is that we lash out at other people. We believe that other people are responsible for everything that is wrong in our lives. Yes, it is very easy to blame other people. We even start to blame inanimate objects. Oh, you this car, your car is refusing to start. Oh, you this car, your door is not opening on time. You are kicking the door. You are getting angry because of what you have received as a child. All the things that have been lashed at you, the negative emotions. And you don't realize that you are carrying that bitterness around, that resentment. And you begin to lash out at other people. Even now that you are a parent, you are lashing out at your children because there is just something inside of you. There are some negative emotions that you are not letting go of. So an attitude of irresponsibility is only going to keep you stuck in life. Eliminate negative emotions, eliminate anger, eliminate bitterness, eliminate jealousy, eliminate envy. There is an illness called psychosomatic. This means psycho. Psycho means mind. And matic means sick. So this is an illness whereby the mind makes the body sick. You are sick in your mind. So automatically your entire body is going to be sick. For example, you are always angry. If you are angry, you are always battling with the emotions of anger. What happens? You begin to have high blood pressure. It's going to affect your body. You are always jealous. If you are a very jealous person, you are an envious person, it's going to show on your face. Your face is always going to be hard and people don't want to relate with you. So it affects your body, not only your body, every area of your life. So don't be down with psychosomatic. Don't suffer from psychosomatic. And if you are suffering from it, you may want to get a cure for that. Blaming is easy. You blame other people except yourself. The only antidote to negative emotions, to blaming others, is to start accepting responsibility, to start taking action, and to get away with negative emotions. When you're angry at people, you're angry at the government, you're angry at the company, your company, you're angry at your country, you're angry at everything, it becomes a problem. You don't ever see yourself to say, hey, I am also the problem. Even when it comes to your money, you are angry that you are not having enough money to spend. You're angry at your job. Who applied for that job in the first place? Who agreed to do that job in the first place? It was you. So why are you now angry at your boss that your boss is not paying you enough? Did you agree to that pay or not? You did. You're angry that your money is not enough. Who is spending the money? Who is not making wise financial decisions? The law of substitution is what you also need to know. The law says that you can substitute a positive thought for a negative one. So anytime you are tempted to say, I am not responsible, that person is to blame, quickly substitute that for, I am responsible. This is my life. I am in charge of my destiny. So start taking responsibility. Be in control. When you are in control of your life, that is where your freedom, your liberty truly begins. Stop complaining. Stop explaining. Oh, if not because of this, if not because of my uncle, if not because of my parents, if not for these children. Stop complaining. Stop explaining. Just take charge. Just take action. Master self-control. The only antidote to excuses is action. Say, I am responsible. This is on me. Stop reliving the past. Let go of the past. Even in situations where you are clearly not at fault. Maybe there is a natural disaster. Maybe, something happened and it is clearly not your fault. You are driving on your own on the highway. Somebody hits you. That may not be your fault. Somebody hits you from the back. But the way you respond is still your responsibility. So that is why it is often said that it is absolutely on you. Everything is on you. The way you respond is your responsibility. You can decide to lash out at that time to scream, to curse the person out, to do all sorts of things, to throw caution to the wind, to become so angry. Or you can choose to be calm and then talk with the person. Oh, what has happened? Let us evaluate the situation and all of this. And then you resolve it. The court is full of so many people seeking redress. Somebody is taking a drink, it spills on them. They are suing the company who made the drink. Somebody has been driving a car for 15 years. Something goes wrong all of a sudden. You are suing the manufacturer of the car. Because it has just been programmed in us, many of us, that somebody is to blame for whatever goes wrong. And so you see that it is always the fault of somebody. It is never your own fault. It is a wrong mentality. It means that you lack self-discipline. Even while you are lazy at work, your employer fires you. You want to sue your employer for firing you, for being lazy. Because you just think that somebody else must be responsible. You always feel like a victim. Stop feeling like a victim. Start taking responsibility. Start taking action. Always say to yourself, I am responsible. This is my life. I am in charge. I am in control here. That is the only way to get out of the shackles of excuses. All right, this is where we're going to stop today. Thank you so much for joining me on today's review. Don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet to subscribe. I remain Olaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. We'll come together again on Monday. This is a book we are currently reviewing, and on Monday we are going to be reviewing chapter 4, which says self-discipline and goals. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to see you on Monday by God's grace. Until then, be intentional. Bye. You're welcome. You're welcome.